Hi everyone. I'm going to be doing a healing of the root chakra today, and I'm going to go through a few exercises because this is basically for everyone. So everyone watch this video. I'm going to send energy and help you develop and understand how to expand, how to strengthen your root chakra. And it's very interesting in how you do that. It's actually easier than you think it is. So I'm going to get right into it. And one of the first things I'm going to do is get you to close your eyes or to visualize that you're in the middle of an ocean. And I want you to see waves as things like that are bothering you in your life that might help you not receive the healing, things that aren't allowing yourself to be open. So that's one of the first visualizations I want to walk through with you. And it's very important and it's very effective. So, and it's not necessary for everyone, but I'm doing it because it works very well for myself. So I'm in the middle of the ocean and I'm on a rock above the water and there's waves all around me. So I want to take your hands up in the air like this and above your head. And I want you to breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to release all that negativity into the water, and it will still the water. The water will become perfectly still. And I want you to hold that image in your mind. And if you have to do it again, do it again. Remember, in your mouth, in your nose, out your mouth. And hold that image of the still water in your mind. The next exercise I want you to do is count down from 10 to 9 to 8 to 7. And as you do that, I want you to allow your muscles to relax. And allow yourself to go deeper into a meditative state. So again, deep breath in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can also say and speak an affirmation. Anything that's preventing me from receiving this healing, anything is preventing me from visualizing to be able to do this exercise at the best of my ability, I set it aside. It is no longer needed. Naka Huayeni. The first thing I see is a thick cord, and the thick cord is going straight into the ground, and I'm looking down into this, it looks like a black void, and it's a really thick cord that goes down. And I see is a great big axe that goes back and forth, like a really U-shaped axe that's slowly cutting this cord. So it's very important that you don't allow your cords to be cut. Because your root chakra is the one thing that keeps you in balance. It keeps you anxiety at bay. It keeps you centered in difficult situations. It keeps you at peace. It helps your energy field, all your chakras, to stay balanced. If your root chakra gets cut and is just flopping around like this, it will create imbalance inside yourself, inside your spirit. And you will have it would be very difficult to be at peace, to be at ease. You'll be anxious. You could even be depressed. You could even start to vibrate physically. Your root chakra is one of the most important chakras to stay in balance because it is the key to releasing all the negativity inside yourself, and you send it into the earth. So I want you to take a deep breath in And when you exhale, I want you to push all the negative energy into the earth. And when you do that into this cord is going to expand into like roots of a tree, and they're going to grow right down into the core of the earth. And as you exhale, you're pushing all that negative energy out of your body into the center of the earth, into the core of the earth. And when you do that, there's a transformation that takes place, and you breathe back in, and it breathes all that transformed loving energy back into yourself, and you will literally see your whole aura start to glow much brighter. So I want you to do this, and this is very important. They're telling me the key to be able to develop your root chakra is to breathe like in this style. Even if you visualize this 5 minutes a day, that's all it takes. And when you get connected to this, to the point where it becomes secondary, every breath that you take, you're connecting, releasing energy, and bringing energy back into yourself that's more positive and loving. This is a huge deal for people that suffer from anxiety, for instance. Understanding this could actually save you so much pain and suffering in your life. So breathe in the clean energy. Breathe out the negative energy. And visualize the roots of the tree growing into the earth, into the core of the earth. It's like into the core of the earth. That's including the magma layers. And every time you breathe in, allow your energy to glow, because you're receiving loving, beautiful energy inside yourself from Mother Earth, from the earth itself. We do a little exaggerated breathing in order to get the muscle memory built up, so this becomes an automatic thing that you do all the time. One of the things you don't want to do, though, if you're sick, is to do deep breathing. What I'm doing now is shallow deep breathing, but it's not deep breathing. The reason I say that is because if you're sick and you do really deep breathing, it will actually cause your infection to go inside your lungs, and it could get you really sick. You can get bronchitis, pneumonia from that. So it's very important, if you're suffering or you're sick, to keep it very shallow breathing at the surface layers. And the more healthy you are, the deeper breathing you can do, but it doesn't have to be super deep breathing. But that breathing itself is beneficial. However, you have to be healthy. You have to be clean, so to speak. You can't have infections or anything going on inside yourself. So keep it shallow on the surface, and then eventually have it very shallow, like a normal breath. Always try to breathe in your nose and out your mouth. I know this is something that some people have a hard time with, and they breathe through their mouth. But breathing in your nose and out your mouth regulates everything in your body. It regulates the oxygen. It regulates the intake of oxygen in your body. It actually regulates how it's distributed through your whole body. So keep that breath constant. Eventually, it's going to become muscle memory, and you're going to just do it automatically. However, when you do these exercises, you're also adding in the extra negative energy out, positive energy in. No silence. in the silence, there's something important to discover. The sounds of the earth, the sounds of the spirit realm. When you allow yourself to be at peace, allow yourself to let go of the negative and bring in the positive, it will in silence, you'll start to hear and see things. Don't be afraid of any of this. Your soul knows what to do. Your higher self knows what to do. You know what to do. Don't get your ego involved, because your ego cannot understand and will not be able to interpret the energies properly. Mother Earth is telling me that there's a heartbeat within the earth itself. The heartbeat of the earth is extremely important. When we breathe in and out, we start to discover the sound of the heartbeat of the earth itself. When you start to hear the heartbeat of the earth, and then it becomes second nature that you hear it all the time when you need to, you can also let it fade into the background. But you want to bring that forward into this physical reality to be able to feel and sense the heartbeat, to even see the heartbeat inside your own mind. This breathing exercise helps you establish a connection to that. And when you do that, when you start to be so connected that it's second nature, it will change you. You will start to be revealed your true purpose, what it is you're meant to do. You're also the best version of who you are. They're telling me if you can sync your own heartbeat with the heartbeat of the earth, you could run for miles without being tired. You can do extraordinary things. See, this is stuff that our ancestors used to understand. We don't tell our children any of this information. All we do is fill their heads with stress, anxiety, frustration, and love. However, we don't teach them. I'm not saying nobody does. I'm saying a majority of people don't teach their children how to be connected to Mother Earth, to how to listen to the heartbeat, because children already are born with that connection. It's over time they lose it, and they lose it quickly if they're not taught to stay connected to it. It's easier for children to reconnect. It's harder for adults because that sound of the heartbeat is so deep within their minds and subconscious that it's hard to bring it back. It's hard to see and hear the sounds of the spirit realm. The child has the ability to hear the spirit realm for quite a good chunk of the childhood. However, we're teaching them to dismiss it as is false. It's not true. But this is a huge mistake I'm being told, because if their children never lose that connection, the world will never be as it is. And people wouldn't strive to be the things that they are. See, it's the chaos that creates the greed and the negativity in this world. That money itself as an inanimate object has more power than love. The connection to the earth itself is worth more than anything in the physical world. Because when you have that connection, you are the best version of yourself, which opens many doorways and the connections and the things that you didn't think were possible. Like literally going into a person's dream and talking to them, and they will remember you in the dream, and they'll remember the conversation. You could walk in anybody's dream and be part of that reality. You will be able to walk into a person's home anywhere in the world and be able to see what is happening. You could go visit your family if you're traveling. There is places that you might not be able to enter just for the senses, unless you start to use a different form of energy, which then you start to lose the connection to the heartbeat. You see, the thing is, you have to use this energy with the most positive and beautiful, loving way. When you start using it for corruption, it starts to dwindle and the connection will be lost. They're also telling me that when you're in a skyscraper, when you're in a building, when you're wearing shoes, when you're in a car, when you breathe in and out, the connection to the earth is still there. Don't be fooled. You don't have to touch the earth to be able to connect to the earth. It is better to go bare feet in the dirt, for instance, or touch your hands to the ground. But however, it's not necessary. When you learn how to breathe with the connection, negative energy out, positive energy in. When you do this and it becomes like breathing itself, you'll discover things that have been lost for many, 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 many years. And you'll start to discover your purpose, who you really are, why you're here, your abilities that are trapped inside your own body. We're meant to be much more than we are. This will help you awaken into that. So sitting in silence and breathing with the negative energy out and positive energy in. I want to work with this with you. And I'm going to breathe in silence. And I want you to see the energy, or feel the energy if you cannot see. It doesn't matter. The negative energy leaving and a positive energy going in. And I want you to reach out to the sounds, the whispers that may come. The sounds of silence. The sound of the silent. And you discover that silence is not quiet at all. It is full of many wonderful things that our ears cannot hear, but our souls can hear. I want you to reach out to Mother Earth, to listen. The heartbeat of the world. If we're able to connect our heartbeats to the heartbeat of the world, and every soul on earth has done the same thing, the world will be a completely different place. Allow yourself to reach, to listen. Feel your heartbeat connect to the heartbeat of the world. Dismiss anything that comes that is negative. As you breathe out, I'll push that into the earth and embrace the sounds of the Mother Earth, of love. And if there's sounds around you, dismiss them as background noise. Don't allow it to change the focus. One of the things, the challenges of this world is always sounds, distractions. We need to learn to overcome those distractions and to focus on what it is that we want, an intention. And the intention is to stay connected to the Mother Earth, to connect our hearts with the heart of the world. When that happens, you should feel a heavy clunk, is kind of the way of putting it, because what it's doing is you're overlapping your heartbeat with the one, so the heartbeat becomes stronger. Instead of a silent thump thump, it's like a much bigger thump. And it initially thumps as it comes into sequence, and then it becomes silenter, quieter. But it's still heavier. It's stronger than it was before. And the more we are with one with that, the more healthier, the more even, the more confident this heartbeat becomes. Feel your heartbeat inside yourself and overlap with the heartbeat of the world. And let it take you to wherever it wants to take you. I'm taken to a bridge, a white bridge. And it goes for many miles. And I look back at the chaos of my life, and I choose to walk on the bridge of light, to let go of all this, all these layers, all these things that have had on my back for so long. I walk onto the bridge, and there's a pull. There is like a pull of not wanting me to let go. And so I take my jacket off and I throw it to the ground. I take my shirt off and I throw it to the ground. And I leave. I take all that is not necessarily off and I walk forward. And when you do that, it's like shedding the layers of connections of things that are no longer necessary. When I walk onto the bridge, I'm wearing a white robe, which turns into a white outfit, which turns into whatever I want it to be, whatever I feel comfortable with, whatever I want to look like. And I just keep walking along the bridge, and it becomes very freeing. I start to run, and I start to put my hands out beside me like a child and run as fast as I can. And I'm breathing, and the heartbeat of the world is breathing through me. When you have the breath of life, anything is possible. Do you want me to end it there and allow yourself to explore what happens to you, what it is that you need to do in this life? I feel pretty good though. I feel at peace. I still feel my heartbeat. It's interesting. Just breathe in your nose and out your mouth. You can continue, if you wish, on your own. And practice this exercise over and over and over again until you master it. And when you master it, it will change the world. It will change your life. Make you more confident, make you more loving. Reduce stress. And you will see clearly in what it is that you're meant to do in this world. Thank you very much, everyone. And if you wish to do a journey with me one-on-one, you can visit my website at almondrossawakening.com, or you can visit my Northern Light pages at Joseph Bradley Auroras and yukonskies.com. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.